Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today I'm going to be reviewing brewed exclusively for Marks and Spencer's bottle conditioned Norfolk Bitter. 4.5%, and on the back it says the Woodford's Brewery was named after Parson Woodford, a noted 18th century Norfolk clergyman whose diaries reveal his passion for good food and good ale. Hey, you can't fault him there, can you? Which he often brewed himself. A perfect match for caramelised crispy pork belly and roast meats. I'm starving. I've had nothing to eat since 12 o'clock and it's now 6:30. But I've got a little chicken in the JML. Halogen ovens. If you've never used an halogen oven, they're the best thing going. We've got a big range cooker in our kitchen and we've got this little halogen oven, and I'll tell you what, 9 times out of 10 the halogen oven gets used. Big cooker don't get used. So maybe buy Woodford's then for Marks and Spencer's. Smooth with a subtle hint of citrus. Bottle conditioned as well, so it should be interesting. I know it says 4.5%, but I do love the British flag on the front. Other countries are patriotic. Other countries have rules that you go to their countries, you stick to their rules. You don't mind that. You know, if in their country you don't go naked on a beach or have sex where you shouldn't, that's fair enough. But then people will come to this country and they want us to change, and you think, hold on a minute, it's not your bloody country. But yeah, we won't go down that road, eh? Because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who think the same. Right, first time, never drank it before, so it's a virgin beer, as it were. And so plenty of lacing and carbonation, as you can see if you look close. There you go. Deep amber pour, slightly off-white head, and what a head. I mean, Jesus, we're going to be here a while. So second week in my job, and it's still getting used to it, you know. Changing jobs it's not the easiest thing in the world, is it? I went from Nottingham City Council, lots of friends on there, well, supposed friends, and then it changed. We had people who were horrible people brought in, and they ruined a good job. You had people, non-gardeners, doing gardening work who weren't interested. And then I got brutally stabbed in the back by these people, and you know, left there, ended up at Sainsbury's. And Sainsbury's, you know, I went there and met some great friends, and you know, still friends with them today, and that's 4 years after leaving there. 4 years at another firm, a council owned gardening company, and got some great friends there as well, who I do miss. You know, when you with people every day, you know, and you move to another job, and you know, you miss, you know, the people that you get on with, you know. And luckily at the last firm I got on with everybody. There's a few there that are bloody ignorant, but on the whole decent people. Like most people, everyone's there to earn the money, you know, and enjoy the work. It's all about enjoying your work. And look at the state of that head. I can't drink that until it goes down a bit. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, look at that. But they say, when pouring a bottle, that, you know, get that stuff out there. A big head on the bottle is not a bad thing, you know, because all that gas that's inside is disappearing rather than going into your stomach. You can do the perfect pour, but a lot of that's going into your stomach, and that's why a lot of people get ill. So yeah, 4 years there, and some great friends, you know, forever friends, hopefully anyway. And now in this job, and I've got a bloke in charge who's a bit of a, you know, he's a character. Obviously got a personality, and I can deal with personalities because obviously I've got my own personality. Try to be easygoing. I will, you know, give out some if need be. But yeah, and got this Asian lad who's on the sweep. He's like the cleansing off bloke sweeper, and one of the nicest Asian blokes you would ever come across in your life. A true, doesn't matter that he's Asian, you know, colour means nothing. You know, the fact is, he's an absolute sound bloke, and he's leaving in a month, which is a killer. Cause, you know when you work with somebody who's decent and they leave, it's a killer. And right, we're still waiting for the head to go down, and the carbonation and laser that's in there is ridiculous. You know, it's. So that bottle conditioned, you know, it's really pumping it out. And as a home brewer, I suffer that. I mean, I'm 6 minutes in, I ain't even got to drink it yet. I mean, that's ridiculous. As a home brewer, you secondary ferment your beers, which means you put sugar in when they go to the bottling stage. That secondary ferments. And they brew a bit more, you know, on that, and they can go even stronger. So just because it says 4.5% on the bottle, that was at bottling. At this stage, it could be a lot stronger. Something to think about, you know. Anything that's bottle conditioned can be stronger than what it says, you know. I may be wrong, but in my personal own brewing, I found that to be the case, where it tends to be a lot stronger. But let's go. So on the nose, very traditional on the nose, you know, like a traditional ale to me on the nose. There's some dried fruits there. Doesn't really give you a great deal of info on what's there. And for me, I'd rather companies put on bottles, you know, what's good about this beer. That's better. Sit up a bit. Slouching. You can only see with the lead. Now for me, this is a very nice traditional ale, a nod to the traditional ales of the past, but bottle conditioned. And 4.5%, does it taste like 4.5%? I don't think so. It's really hard to pick out the flavours. Obviously, looking at it, there's malts there, you know, and in the ingredients it's got hops. But it doesn't state the actual hops, which is quite funny. Malted barley contains gluten, yeast. That's all it says, and water, obviously. What I can say is that the alcohol content, to me, is a lot stronger than the implied 4.5%. You know, proper going to my head. Now, the thing is with Marks and Spencers, if you don't shop there on a regular basis, their beers, they do a fantastic range of beers. Obviously they do wines and spirits as well, but we'll focus on the beers and craft beers and ciders and that, and lagers. And it's aimed at the upper market, you know. It's not a cheap and cheerful like an Asda or a Morrison's, you know. These are aimed at the upper market. I mean, look at that, the lacing's ridiculous. It's just unbelievable. So you're paying a premium, you know, and the stuff that's made for them is expensive, you know. As I've said before in other reviews, and if this is your first time watching, I will repeat myself, but try, if you're going to go to places like Waitrose or Marks and Spencer's, look for when they've got offers on. Because when they've got offers on and you're getting like, look at that, it's ridiculous, and it's 3 for £5, then basically you're getting a bottle for free, because it's normally £2.50 a bottle or a can. And obviously, I went there for 40 something quid. I only got about 15 bottles of cans. I could go to the same at somewhere like Asda, get a lot more. Same Morrison's. Not so much at Sainsbury's, obviously, because they are a bit pricier these days. Don't seem to have the offers like they used to. Sadly, I don't know why. And you hear bad things about Sainsbury's. And let's be fair, the staff are the best staff in the world. Managers, well, there's a word that rhymes with anchor, starts with a W, and a lot of them are there. Not all of them, there's some good managers amongst them, you know. It's not easy being a manager when you're told to do stuff and you know goes against what you should be doing. And same in any job, I suppose, really, isn't it, you know. Unless you work for yourself, and you know, the retail environment's ridiculous these days. But a lot of it's ridiculous because they're making stupid mistakes, you know. Better to earn a small amount and sell a shed load off each bottle than sell a minute amount but make a load off that one bottle. Because while people are coming in for the offers, people are shopping there, spending probably more than what they would, but they like it because they're getting the offers. Nowadays, I walk into Sainsbury's, and to be honest, we haven't shopped there since I left. And we've got a discount card because my son still works there. But we don't shop there for food because the prices are just horrendous. And you've got the same thing at Asda, really. Their prices, supposed to be the cheapest supermarket. I don't know who looks around their prices, but they ain't. So we tend to shop between Morrison's and Tesco's. And sometimes we go to Lidl, but my wife's a brand snob. She won't touch Lidl. Whereas for me, I'd shop at Lidl all day long. You know, their fresh meat's brilliant, especially the steaks. So now it's had time to breathe. 13 minutes, Jesus Christ. I do apologise. It's not my fault, it's this. Look at that, we're 13 minutes in, it's got a head like that. I mean, that's ridiculous. Yeah. Fair play to the brewery though, Woodford's. I can't remember any other beers that they make. Although, no. No, that's not theirs, that's somebody else's. But yeah, really nice. All about the malt with this. Touch of hops. But to me, a traditional best bitter. And yeah, Norfolk bitter. So, you know where you're going when you've got anything with Norfolk bitter on it. Very nice. Can't fault it really. 4.5%. I do not think it's anywhere near 4.5%. It's tasting to me like a 5.5 to 6%. And I mean, this is the second review I've done tonight. One was a 4.5%. This is a 4.5%, and I, really feeling it. Oh, what a lovely way, trying new beers out, and letting the world know, what's good. So, to break it down, deep amber pour, Whitehead, massive lacing and carbonation on the likes I've not seen in many commercial beers. I mean, look at that. We're 15 minutes into a review, and look at the size of that bloody head. I mean, that's ridiculous. Even one of my home brews, I've never had out like that at that stage. That is unbelievable. Very traditional beer, more malt than anything else. You know, there's not much else going on really, but it doesn't need to be. You know, it's a best bitter. It's again a sessionable beer, whilst never going to be a top 10 beer in, you know, for me. You know, I've got to respect the fact that it's a nice tasting beer, and well, fair play really. Oh, so out of 5, like I say, it's a best bitter, and best bitters, you know, middle of the road. They try to appease everybody, which is fair enough. You know, there's no harm in appeasing everybody, you know, such as life. Out of 5 then, I'm going to give it about a 3.8 out of 5. Would I drink it again? Probably not. The price at Marks and Spencer's puts me off, you know. £2.50 for that, when, you know, I can get something like King Goblin for £1.60, you know, at the likes of Morrison's, which is you know, a vastly superior beer. It puts you off buying these beers. I mean, yes, not slagging Woodford's off, but the pricing, you know, does put you off. So that saying, it's a nice bitter, just not one I'd want to try again. You know, it was okay, it was quaffable, sessionable. If you've seen it in a pub, you'd drink it, and you'd definitely have 2 or 3 of them because of what it is. And but you'd be bladdered on about a 3rd or 4th because it's pretty strong. Thanks for watching. See you soon.